So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to. Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Ready.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Drill 52.
Back to throw, Ritter. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Benjamin St. Just. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
At the 48-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And pretty good running as he'll be close to a 1st down at the Falcons' 40-yard line. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he's going to have a Commanders' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Faking the handoff, Howell. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Falcons are going to get the football here at their own 23. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one goes for 24 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Ready?
Looking to throw it here. Ritter. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 42. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the 1st. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Ready?
Out of the gun, a run with Patterson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Robinson, he'll try the left side. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Ritter, he wants to change the play here. They'll run with Patterson. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Cordero Patterson, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are back within a score. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is down to 2. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their 1st interception of the ball game.
Yes.
Hal loses it. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. A give up the middle to Gibson. And some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 103 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this 1st half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Hal to the air on 1st and 10. Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Calais Campbell in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old, reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Howell throwing on 3rd down here. This is caught inside the 15. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Gibson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now the Commanders going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Howell, he'll look to throw it. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Jake Ferguson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Commanders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. This time, the extra point up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game.
Commanders 16, Falcons 7. Graham Gano set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Come on, set.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball, just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Red, yellow, you, yellow. Claws red. Set, go.
Ritter. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Here's 2nd and 10.
Blue strike. Ready.
Ritter will set up to throw it. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Another throw coming up here for Ritter. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
He's 2nd in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. Final play before the half. Here's Ritter. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Falcons 16, Falcons 7.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Second half about to start. The Commanders have the lead. They'll get it first as we are back underway. The fair catch taken short of the goal line, and they'll begin this third quarter at their own 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
On second down, here's Gibson again. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. They'll run with Gibson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 122 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And the Washington first down.
This time they'll throw it with Howell. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
A little bit of space there for the first down run as that's going to get him about 5 yards.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
Here's Howell to throw on second down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on second down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for him first, but he does get the last lap by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
From the gun on 3rd down, Howell. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 18. And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. With a play fake, and now here's Howell to throw it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Now a 2nd and 10. Now Howell. Escaping the pressure right. Throw left side complete. That's Gibson. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Over the middle, brought in by Dotson. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. So illegal touching, not one you see often. It's going to wipe away a first down.
Very simply, if you're a receiver, you can't set foot out of bounds and then be the first to catch the football. Side judge, right there on the play, made the call.
Gano's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
17-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone. They snapped the ball backed up inside their own 10. Now they're backed up even further, and they can thank their coverage for that. They called the zone, and they were aggressive enough to deny an early window, and that gave their rushers a chance to get to the pocket.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play, but sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Slide through. Ready?
Here's Ritter. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. Now the big play pushes them all the way out to the 40 now for first down. Robinson up the middle, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Ritter now on second down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 139 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. So the completion good for just 3. And it's second down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. Straight ahead, Gibson shoves him away. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like you know his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do you know, what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds, and then at the last second, oh no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to letting it slip away.
Open man Hamler, that's complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So an important one there as they widen their lead in this 4th quarter.
All right, partner, help me out with the math here. Make sure I am on point because the way I see it, the other guys still need 2 touchdowns. But in addition, a 2-point conversion. So this is all about them playing perfect football from here on out.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go now.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Ritter with it after the play fake. A throw left sideline falls incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. On 1st down, Howell.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A handoff for Gibson. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Brandon Cooks, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Gano now to add the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
The score, Commanders 29, Falcons 7.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And the fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Come on, set.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 40 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On first and 10, it's Robinson. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 49-yard line.
Ritter now looking to throw it this time. He's got a man. It's his fullback. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Going play action. Ritter. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Ready?
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. A give running right, Gibson. Down to about the 45.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Faking the handoff, Howell. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been very good. 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Howell. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown, Washington. Jahan Dotson, 45 yards. And the Commanders are looking to run it to 5-1 on the season as they add to their 4th quarter lead. Now, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Ready, ready. White. Ready.
On 1st down, Ritter. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
2nd down throw coming for Ritter. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 25-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants him to finish.
Touchdown! Mac Hollins. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Falcons get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down now to 22. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And this is going to be covered up by Washington. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
On the counter, Gibson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 43-yard line.